Welcome to our IIT channel. In this class, we discuss about IIT problems, physics, previous question, previous last year. So this is G main question 2024. 2024లో G mains లో ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం అది ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కరెంట్ లో ప్రాబ్లం డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. See here in the figure R1 resistance. Here how many? See 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 resistors are given. R1, R2, R3, R4 are 4 resistors are connected to a battery. So what we have to find is here as given here R1 10 ohm, R2 8 ohm, R3 4 ohm, R4 equal to 8 ohm, or 4 resistors are given. Or battery is ideal with EMF for 12 volt. A battery is connected, it is having how much EMF for electromotive force 12 volts. So the equivalent resistance of the circuit and the current supplied by the battery are respective. So we have to find the equivalent resistance and current. Equivalent resistance and equivalent current. How much resistance, resultant resistance, current we have to find it from this. So for this, let it be solution. Now see here. R1, R2, R3, R4 are there. R4 resistors. Consider these two. R4, R3. How they are connected? See how these two resistors are connected. One end of the R4 and R3 are connected to the same end, and R4, R3 are the two ends of the other two ends of the R3, R4 resistors are connected to a point. Okay. So these R3, R4 are parallel. So here from the figure see R3 is parallel to R4. Okay now so in if two resistors are connected in parallel, so what is the formula to find the equivalent resistance? See 1 by Rp for our easy convenience. So 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is the equivalent resistance which are connected when R1, R2, R2 resistors are connected in a parallel. So this is the equivalent resistance formula. Equivalent resistance. 1 by Rp equal, which are in parallel. When connected in parallel. So 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this is the formula. Now what is let it be R1, let it be R2. Okay. Consider here R1 equal to R3, R2 equal to R4. Substitute in the formula. Therefore, resultant for these two resistors 1 by Rp, let it be 1 by Rp1 equal to 1 by R1 means 1 by R3 plus 1 by R2 means 1 by R4. Okay now see here 1 by R3 given as 4 ohms, 1 by 4 plus R4 means 8 ohms, so 1 by 8, 1 by Rp1. Okay, now simplify this one. 1 by Rp1 equal to LCM, take this for these two, 8, 2 4 2s 2 plus 8 ones, so 3 by 8. 1 by Rp1 equal to 3 by 8. Therefore Rp1 equal to 8 by 3 ohm. R implies, here I am writing Rp1 equal to 8 by 3 ohm. Okay now these two becomes how much resistance? 8 by 3 ohm. Okay now see here now the figure becomes resistance battery. Now this is R2 this is R2, this is R1, so this is 12 volt. Okay, now this becomes, what is the resultant? Parallel. This is a RP1, resultant of R3 and R4. RP1, resultant of R3 and, see here from the figure, R3 and R4 in parallel. So in parallel connection, what is the resultant or equivalent resistance? 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this is the formula. So 1 by Rp1. So what is we are considering here? Rp is nothing but Rp1. Rp1 is the resultant equivalent resistance when the two resistors R3 R4 are connected in parallel. So 1 by Rp1 equal to 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4, instead of writing R1 R3 and R2 as R4. So on substitution, R3 equal to 4 ohm, R4 equal to 8 ohm, 1 by Rp1, 1 by Rp1 equal to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. Take LCM. So 3 by 8. Therefore Rp1 equal to 8 by 3 ohm. So now the resultant Rp1, this is nothing but 8 by 3 ohm. So what is this one? R2 ohm. R2 ohm becomes 8 ohm. Okay, this is 8 ohms. This is 8 ohm. Now these two are in parallel. Case 2. This is case 2. So since R2 and Rp1 are parallel, R2 is parallel to Rp1. Therefore, take the equivalent resistance we never connected in a parallel. 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is the formula. Now 1 by Rp, let it be, this is Rp2. Resultant of these two equal to Rp2. 1 by Rp2. Say, okay now 1 by R1 means here, let it be 8 ohm. This is let it be, say R1 equal to R2 equal to R1 equal to, otherwise if you get R1 equal to Rp1, let this be Rp1. R1 equal to Rp1. R2 equal to, let it be R2 as 8 ohm. Let it be this Rp1 equal to 8 by 3 ohm. Substitute in the formula. So 1 by R1 means 1 by Rp1 plus 1 by R2 means 1 by R2, no change in it. Okay, now 1 by Rp2 equal to 1 by Rp1 means how much? 8 by 3 ohm. 8 by 3 plus 1 by R2 means how much? 8 ohm. Substitute in this formula. So on simplification we will get 1 by Rp2 equal to this, invert this one, 3 by 8 plus this is 1 by 8. So 1 by Rp2 equal to 3, LCM, take LCM, 3 plus 1. So 1 by Rp2 equal to 4 by 8 equal to 1 by 2. Therefore 1 by Rp2 equal to 1 by 2. Therefore Rp2 equal to 2 ohm. So resultant of these 2 becomes 2 ohm. Okay. Now resultant of these 2 becomes 2 ohm. Now this is R1, this is let it be Rp3. Those two are connected in series. Okay. See here, now this circuit becomes, how it will be, resistance. Now this becomes here resistance. This is battery. Now this is the 12 volt battery. This is R1. This is, let it be Rp3. Rp3 is the resultant. Equivalent is how much? 2 ohm. 2 ohm. Now R1 is given as 10 ohm. Okay na? This is the figure. Now here R1 and Rp3 are in a series. Therefore when the two resistors are connected in series, what is the formula? Rs equal to R1 plus R2 formula. Now for this, therefore Rs equal to R1 plus R2 means Rp3, that equal to R1 how much? 10 ohm. 10 ohm plus Rp3 how much? What we got? 2 ohm, equal to 12 ohm. So the resultant are equivalent resistance in the circuit. Therefore equivalent resistance R equivalent equal to 12 ohm. This is the net or resultant resistance, R equivalent resistance. R equivalent equal to 12 ohm. This is 12 volt battery, we know. What is EMF given? EMF given. How much? EMF 12 volt. EMF equal to 12 volt. Now, what is the formula for Ohm's law? Take Ohm's law. So, from Ohm's law, what is Ohm's law? V equal to IR. So, V means potential difference. I means, this R means resistance. Now, I means current. Now, what we have to find current? So, for that, here instead of voltage potential difference, we can write EMF. Okay, now according to Ohm's law, so you can write V equal to IR. From this we can write what we have to find the resultant resistance. We got equivalent resistance. How much? 12 volt. Okay, so 12 volts are 12 volts. Options 1 or 4 we have to find. What do we have to find the next current? So what is the formula for current from Ohm's law? V equal to IR. So I equal to V by R. So I equal to here potential difference is nothing but here EMF. EMF since V equal to E epsilon. So EM. So how much? E by R equal to I equal to R potential difference volt 12 volt by resistance. How much we got? 12 ohm. So 12 gets cancelled 1. So current ampere. So current equal to I equal to 1 ampere. So where is 1 ampere? This is. So fourth option. Resistance current కనుక్కోవాలి. So ఇది ఈ క్వశ్చన్ G Mains 2024 లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ ఇచ్చారు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం. Okay. We'll continue in the next class.